Welcome to Pillow Talk. This is my room, and this is where we're going to have the most intimate conversations. So you guys sent me a lot of questions, I think over 4,000. The topics for this video: online privacy, dealing with boredom, and insecurities in the digital age. In this digital age, it's very common for young ladies, including myself, to look on social media and see images of other young ladies with the perfect body and the perfect life. How can we stop ourselves from comparing us to them? Thanks. 2 hearts. I've noticed on Instagram pictures of beautiful women everywhere. I think that's exciting because I love beauty. I appreciate beauty. I'm a person who loves looking at beautiful things, and I love creating beautiful things and sharing beautiful things. However, of course, I have those moments when I feel weak. It's a lot. A lot of thoughts are coming into my head, and I'm trying my best to articulate this. It's human nature to compare yourself to other people because we are very adaptive and receptive. It's totally normal to feel insecure. It's totally normal to feel, I guess, jealous, but you do have a choice with what you want to see. You don't necessarily have to see these beautiful pictures of all these girls looking at their perfect portrayed life. Instead, perhaps you can start following photographers or painters, artists, musicians. There are so many other things you can follow online. It doesn't necessarily have to be a supermodel or a celebrity that has this perfect life. That's what they want to show you. The power of social media is that you become your own storyteller. You get to have access to all these apps and filters, skin filters where you have that perfect airbrush face. You can even give yourself that size 0 waist with a touch of a button. I'm not even kidding, I've seen these apps. Huge believer in not doing that because that really does distort how you perceive yourself and very unhealthy. Don't give yourself such a hard time because you can do this too. You can portray your best version of yourself and your perfect life. However, is that all you want to show online? I'd much rather be valued than wanted. Does that make sense? Because as you grow older, you realize that looks fade, but what remains the same is your soul and your wisdom. Best of luck to you, dreamer. Do you think parents should prohibit their children to use phones, computers, and stuff like this until they become older? Everything in moderation. If you're going to give your child a phone or an iPad, I would prohibit them having access to the internet. Give them tools that they can use to create games for them to really invigorate their minds. If you're going to give them access to the world, that's tough because it's so easy to find, porn on Instagram or on Twitter. A lot of the times, these social media platforms, they're big, they're massive, but they can't censor everything because everyone's uploading around the same time. It's really hard. When you're a child, you're absorbing everything, you're a sponge. And if they have access to seeing all this vulgarity, and that's going to imprint something on their mind. Honestly, people around the world still to this day, they live perfectly fine without the computer and internet. So it's really up to you and your choice as a parent. Then again, I'm not a parent, so sometimes I feel like I'm a kid. With all those movies that I watch when they hit the big screen, some scare me and want me to keep changing myself, like the movie Duff. How do you know or how do you feel when someone or a group of people is trying to use you and make you feel bad by putting you in a label? Well, first off, if someone is using you and they're your friend, they're not your friend. I'd much rather have one amazing best friend than for me to have 100 friends that probably don't even care about me. So sometimes I feel like people, they force themselves into a friendship because they don't want to be alone. You don't have time for this. I'm sorry. Life is too short. So you're going to a school where everyone is trying to figure themselves out. How can you really make quality friends? Friendship takes a lot of work. It's like a real relationship, a relationship that you would have with a boyfriend or girlfriend. If there's no sacrifices in a friendship, that's tough. And if that other person is not reciprocating back to you, this friendship becomes a one-way street. That's not friendship. Focus on yourself, focus on your giftings, and develop that because that will take you places, not someone that's going to bring you down. Boom. What are your feelings about retouching in magazines and on social media? By the way, I love you. I love you too. Okay, this is my honest opinion. I really don't care. When I see a beautiful picture of someone, I'm not going to dissect it. There's no point because I see it as art. If someone wants to show their best version of themselves online, why not? Come on, let's be real. When you're doing your makeup and you're curling your hair, that's not what you really look like. Did you really wake up like that? You have youth and beauty for so long, just enjoy it. If gotta throw a filter on it, do it. I moved to France for college and I'm away from my family and friends. I have my own apartment now, but sometimes it gets kind of lonely and I get bored. What would you recommend to do when I'm alone and bored at my apartment? Thank you and I love you. I love you too. And you're not alone. A lot of people are away from their family and friends, and they're in college or they're moving someplace else outside the country, and we can all sympathize. I was there once too when I was in college, and even when I moved out to LA by myself. When I was going through this is when I started my YouTube channel. Boredom inspired new ideas. It brought me to a webcam. Moments when you're alone, they're good things because they can inspire new ideas and thoughts. It's nice because someday, if you do start a family, it's going to be tough to find those alone times, and I hear this from a lot of my friends who are moms. They have no alone time. The only alone time they have is in the shower. This is the moment, honestly, in my opinion, where you can really develop and become the person you will be in the future. It's a lot of questions. Let's see. How do you handle nervousness about your relationships online? How do you keep them safe and strong? Well, what I like to do is I like to send pictures. I'll designate a day where it's like a wacky Wednesday or a freaky Friday where we have to send each other funny things, not freaky pictures, like funny things that might freak us out. You have to have consistency when you have relationships online because we're so connected to other things, we tend to forget to connect with the people who matter most. To help maintain these, you have to keep constant communication. That doesn't mean you have to constantly text them all the time or have them on standby. No, that's not what I mean. Sending them a funny picture, sharing articles that you read, or liking their picture, making a funny comment. I mean, these are things that they can really add a lot. I mean, it's a new form of communication. Is it communication that I believe we should always do? No, not necessarily, because I do believe in the power of FaceTime and having that one-on-one relationship time, that quality time with that person. There's nothing more important than family, friends, and your relationship. So that's my recommendation. Best of luck. How do you deal with fake people? I've learned that in life, you can't deal with fake people. Just gotta cut them out, ignore them. I know it's tough, but it's part of tough love, You're born, some people talk crap, some people say good things about you, and you die. Are you gonna live your life trying to make the people who are talking crap happy? Or are you gonna focus more on the people who love you, who will nurture you, and who will better your life? All right, everyone, so that was my first episode of Pillow Talk. Let me know if you like this. Thumbs up or thumbs down if you're digging this. The idea of Pillow Talk is for me to have this one-on-one with you guys and to have that intimate talk, because oftentimes right before I sleep, I'm online for at least an hour replying back to my tweets, to you guys on Instagram, replying to YouTube comments and Facebook comments. I call it Pillow Talk because I'm laying down, I'm in bed, I'm super comfy. This is really my time to have that intimate one-on-one dialogue with you, and so I decided to turn it into a video format. If you have any questions that you would like for me to answer, just hashtag Pillow Talk, and I will find your hashtag, hopefully, and feature them on my videos. So let me know what you guys think. I love you so much, dreamers. Best of luck with everything, and of course, good luck. I don't know what I'm doing. Bye!